see if I've missed anything here. Viva Fry, saw you on Somebody Feed Phil show in Montreal. That was great. That was before COVID. BC.
Cheers.
On Somebody Feed Phil, it was fun. Yeah, RCMP roughed up David Menzies pretty good. They roughed up Menzies.
Hey, this is assault. Move. I'm on assault. What is this? Are you kidding? Are you kidding?
The RCMP accidentally discharged a tear gun canister point blank at Alexa Lavoie's leg.
What did we just see in that video?
The RCMP or his private security roughed up Drea Humphrey, manhandled her, just picked her up and put her away. Won't take questions from them, but we'll take we'll take questions from Globe and Mail. Oh yeah. Pastors jailed. Yep. Who do we got? We've got Artur Pawlowski, James Coates. I'm going to forget the other. There are 2 or 3 more. Viva, no need to flee to the U.S. They're as plucked up as Canada is. The whole world is. The only question is, where is there going to be the slightest hope of people who are going to politically stand up to what's going on? Canada, I am. Where did I just see that? Because that was. Here we go. Yep. Only take questions from media on their payroll. You know you're going to get softball questions, or that's where you'll see controlled opposition. Hard questions. The money changes everything. The second money changes hands through overt subsidies from the law, the Canada Broadcasting Act, through bailouts, through COVID advertising, don't bite the hand that feeds you. And the media, no different than the analogous dog that bites the hand that feeds you. You do it once, you don't get fed again. And you know for a flailing industry, who you have to keep happy to keep those subsidies going. And it's legalized corruption is what it is. This is Bill C-11 that this is about. Mr. Sunshine Baby. Content creators in Canada must stand up. YouTube sent an email encouraging creators to stand up to Bill C-11. Even Google thinks Trudeau is nuts. Hold on. Now that you mentioned it, actually, I got an email from Google telling me how the new Bill C-11 can impact my ability to earn money. See here. Here we go. I won't share it because I don't want to accidentally share an email address. This is from my channel manager. As part of the YouTube creator community, I wanted to reach out to share some news on updates happening in Canada that could impact you, Viva Fry. Here's the top 3 things you need to know. New legislation called the Online Streaming Act, Bill C-11, is currently under review in Canada and could affect your experience and earning potential as a creator on YouTube. On our side at YouTube, we're sharing our concerns with policymakers to future-proof the vibrant creator ecosystem you're a part of. Thank you very much. We think there's real value in policymakers hearing from you, and you can get involved by contacting your MP or posting your thoughts on social media here. Oh, I've posted my thoughts. I would invite you to go check out the Viva Clips on Viva Clips, where I described this Bill C-11 Online Streaming Act as nothing more than another form of legalized corruption, of a beautiful another way of giving a handout to the CBC, Radio-Canada, Canadian legacy media that is failing on its own incompetence, failing on its own lack of quality. And how is it doing that? Well, the Bill C-11 would impose the same criteria on social media platforms, YouTube channels, Twitter handles, and the like, that it imposes on radio and television. The Canada Broadcasting Act, or the Canada Broadcasting Act? Yeah, the Canada Broadcasting Act governs the CBC, Radio-Canada, and requires a certain amount of Canadian content of the content that is produced. There's penalties if you don't abide by it, financial fines and whatever. Bill C-11 wants to prioritize Canadian content online the same way it does on radio and television. What do you think that would look like? That would result in suppression of Canadian content that's deemed to be not Canadian enough, and promotion of Canadian content that's deemed to be Canadian, even if people don't want to see it or choose not to see it because it sucks. What might I be talking about? The CBC online, Radio-Canada online, CTV, Global News. It would, the intended purpose, the unstated intended purpose is to prop up CBC, CTV, Radio-Canada, state-sponsored media on the internet to the detriment of the independent voices that have succeeded on the quality of their content, such as Rebel News, True North, JJ McCullough. Well, JJ McCullough might be Canadian enough and he might still be in the good books of the government, which maybe not after his hearing, but suppress the independent voices, which are highly critical of the government, to put that CBC back on the same pedestal that it gets through its $1 billion a year funding and prioritizing on radio and television. That's all that this is designed to do. There's not a question about it. It's a money grab. It's a power grab. It's a narrative controlling grab. And it is a way of propping up flailing legacy media that is failing on television, failing on radio, and failing online because it's crap propaganda, misinformation that no one wants to watch. How do you fix it? Oh, YouTube, you're required to promote Canadian content. Viva Fry, he talks about too much American stuff. Suppress it. CBC, they're Canadian. Promote it. That's what it is. It's yet another gift to a flailing media that will then be further indebted, further beholden to the government that finances them, that subsidizes them through COVID ads, and that props them up artificially through legislation that suppresses their competitors and props up these awful, crappy news agencies. Period. That's what I think about it, YouTube, if you want to snip and clip and share on social media. Then they write, there's a whole big long thing about it. Let's see here. How Bill C-11 could affect creators and YouTube. Without this clarification, it could have serious impact on how your channel runs and performs on our platform and the experience for Canadian viewers. The CRTC could, bullet number 1, dictate how and when your content appears on the platform, including the YouTube homepage and watch next section. Oh, by the way, Kim Jong-un is taking notes, Justin. It could apply CanCon rules. CanCon rules are, Canadian content rules. I'm sorry, that's the Canadian content rules. That could require you to prove that each individual video that you upload meets complex legal definitions of Canadian content. This gives an advantage to large Canadian media companies who have been following these rules for decades. Surprise! I'm sure it's a coincidence. Require artificial promotion of some content creators over others. When this happens, viewers may be pushed to watch your content when they aren't interested, resulting in negative viewer feedback, which could impact how your content is exported to global audiences and hurt viewership and revenue. First of all, nobody would be pushed to watch my content and not be interested. I think it's going to be the other way. They're going to suppress it so that people don't even know I exist. It could regulate the length and type of advertising on your channel, limiting your ability to earn advertising revenue. If you want to fix the bill, there are ways you can make an impact. Click here, yada, yada, yada. That's what's going on with Bill C-11. That's what's going on in Canada. Trudeau's Canada is a lot like Kim Jong-un's North Korea. It just, they're so much more polite when they do it. I told you, brother, it's North Korea 2.0. It's so polite. And, they let us go on planes and trains, but only if we've submitted to certain procedures that they